Hi, this is Sean.
Hi, this is Emily.
Hi, this is Isaac.
And this channel's called Wolf Dog Moon. Alright, today we're going to be looking at and reviewing the game Give Me the Brain. Now, if you like this kind of content, please smash that like button, subscribe, doesn't cost you a dime, and ring the bell for notification so you don't miss our next upload. And also comment down below. Let us know if you've played this game and what you thought, and just share your thoughts in the comments. Let's get into this. Alright, so Give Me the Brain is a really fun game made by Cheapass Games, a game by James Ernest, and this one says Super Duck Deluxe Edition, and let me just show you the box. So here's what the side of the box looks like. Probably be better this way. It says 3 to 8 players, but what we found that 4 players is better than 3. So 4 players is probably ideal. 3 players, two of the other players can kind of gang up on one of the players.
Yeah, it works better with 4 players.
Okay, so here's what the back looks like. It says, "Give me the brain." So in a second, we'll open up the box. But in general, the premise of the game is that you're a zombie and you work at this place called Fast Freddy's, or is it Fast Fridays or Fast Freddy's? It's like a fast food joint gimmick. So think McDonald's or whatever. And you're a zombie. So we're gonna show you the contents of the box now, and I'll have my lovely assistant Emily open up the box.
Parts.
Okay, just move those over so they're in the camera. Slide those over like that. And then it comes with 1 dice that you also use as the brain. And then we open up this little insert right here. That's where the rules are hidden underneath there. So it says, "Welcome to Freddy's, the fast food restaurant of the damned." So let's move this aside. And so here's the contents that you get in the box. Now, what's neat about this game, first of all, it's really wacky and whimsical and funny. Despite it being about zombies and stuff, it's really goofy and silly. So this little instruction manual tells you everything you need to know to play the game. The game's pretty quick to learn, and we can just walk you through some of the particulars of the game in a second. But what do you guys think about this game?
I think it's a very fun, humorous experience to play with like your family or friends.
Yeah, it's a great competitive game.
Okay, so basically how it works is it says right here, to begin, you shuffle the deck and deal a starting hand of 7 cards to each player. You put the deck in the middle of the table with space for a discard pile beside it. If the deck ever runs out, shuffle the discards and replace it. The brain starts on the floor, and what that means is no one has the brain. And so that means the game starts with a bidding round. And how you bid is the brain has 2 states. It's either on the floor or in the middle of the table, or someone is holding it. When the brain is on the floor, as at the start of the game, players must bid to pick up and take the next turn. When someone is holding the brain, the game proceeds normally. Bidding usually starts with the person who dropped the brain. At the beginning of the game, bidding starts with the random player, and then you roll the die to determine who will bid first. So it explains all of that, and then the ultimate way to win the game is by having no cards in your hand. So you have to essentially do jobs when it's your turn. If you can't do a job, then you have to take a loafing turn, and it's really funny and wacky once you get the hang of it. And some cards, the light is shining over here. It said in card instructions is when you play a job card, you follow its instructions. Some of them are good and some of them are bad, but they all do something. Some job cards sound terrible but might be really great in specific combinations. Others are just plain terrible all the time. And then sometimes you'll get impossible instructions, and if you do that, you can just ignore those impossible instructions. So, and it also explains the loafing concept. And then you got different skills that you get based on the cards, because some cards are objects that enhance your chances to win because it helps you do the jobs, and other cards are kind of detriments, and you need to try to get them to the other players so that they have difficulty getting jobs done. So that's essentially. You want to say something, Isaac?
So you already mentioned the penalty kind of cards.
No, I didn't mention the penalty cards. You want to do that?
So you can be kind of like cursed in this game by one of the other players for hindering you from doing something in your turn.
Okay. It's been a little while since we played this game, but we were playing it every Friday night for a while, and we're all having just an awesome time playing it. You want to add anything, Emily? Did I miss anything?
Not really. Mostly that, like...
You want to show some of the cards and what they look like?
Let's
put them underneath right here.
Okay. Have these cards, which is the cards you bid with, and whoever has the highest bid gets the brain at the beginning of the game.
Okay.
Then have the job cards, which some of them you can only use if you have a certain amount of them. And
I think some of them you can only use if you have the brain too.
Okay.
yeah.
So is there any other cards we're missing?
So you have these object type cards too. They could also add abilities.
So yeah, you got cards that enhance your ability. It all revolves around being able to do jobs. And I believe when you have the brain, you have a brain, so you're able to get tasks done. There's more options for you, and so a lot of times you want the brain, but you have to use strategy to obtain the brain or get the brain on the floor so that you're in a position to get the brain when you need to empty out your hand and complete your jobs. So it's a great, fun, whimsical game. You'll be laughing at the goofiness of it, and there's one particular card in here, it'll have you in tears, like once you get the hang of, I forget where that card is in here. There's one particular, you guys remember the card?
Oh, yeah, there's this one card that, like, always repeats, or, like, says this, like, sentence you have to say, and then you give it to another person, and it kind of just wastes your time.
Yeah, it wastes the other person's turn.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much stuck with this card that they have to get rid of. And it just, every time it moves around the table, it just gets funny and funnier. Because part of the charm of the game is you're this zombie, and you're kind of a you're like a teenager or whatever that doesn't want to do anything, and also to compound that, you're this zombie. So it's really goofy and really fun. You can pick this game up at we got it at a local game store called the Game Preserve, but you probably might be able to pick this up at like Barnes and Noble, or even it's definitely probably on Amazon. But check your local game store. I'm not sure about the big box stores like Walmart or Target if they would carry this type of game, but you could check there too. Our final thoughts are we highly recommend that this game. It's an amazing time. It's fun. It says on the box that you can play with 3 to 8 players. We've never played with more than 4, but we recommend at least 4. Like I said, if it's not as good if you play with 3 players, because the other 2 players can kind of gang up and on one player and make their life miserable.
It's kind of unbalanced.
Yeah, it's a little less balanced with 3 players. But once you get to 4 players and the shenanigans begin of trying to cause the other players to stumble while you try to empty out your hand, it's really fun, and we think you'll have a great time playing this. So we highly recommend it, and we hope this video finds you have an amazing day, and we hope you have a blessed day. Signing out.